Before we started with the program, we were trying to get her to speak. We were having an issue with her communicating with us. And she understood everything, but she wouldn't communicate.
Originally, we set out to build an assessment, which we call genArete, and this assessment was really born out of the things that we saw were lacking in other assessments. genArete really focuses on ensuring that function is always at the top of our agenda and that we're looking at people's skill sets and their goals in terms of function. So we really are trying to break away from the tradition of measuring people's skills in relation to some presumed normal or some presumed normative range or average range, and rather we prefer to look at the learner's skills in the context of something they really care about and something that they want to achieve. Yeah, can you say on? Like to say they were interested in getting her ready for kindergarten. We took the assessment and we assessed the skills that would be necessary for those particular areas of growth. And once we had performed the assessment, we choose 5 skills that we think are absolutely necessary and up to bat. So these are the 5 skills that could really transform the way that she learns and grows in the next year. And so we vow to the family that we'll teach those 5 skills within 24 hours of individualized one-on-one instruction. In her case, we did meet all 5 goals. Sit down for me. Good job, ready? First pinpoint was the foundational discrimination. What it's targeting is just trying to identify if the learner can respond to specific environmental variables. We were having her match the small blocks to the large container that looked the same. And then the second item that we did was matching 2D identical stimuli to 2D identical stimuli. And this is more complex skills. 2 assessment items that when we started with her on her first assessment, she could not do it all. I think that's probably why parents feel like it's a super impactful service, because we do earnestly listen to what they are communicating. We really want them to advocate for themselves in terms of what they feel would be the most impactful skills to teach.
Alita has been able to say what she's wanted. She's been able to request different things that she wasn't able to beforehand.
She had about 5 or 6 words beforehand. She knew a lot of motions to let us know, and I can communicate with her really well, so with her little silent communication. But since she's been in the program, she has learned at least 20 or 30 words, and it's helped speed up her process for counting, and she's understanding letters and doing a lot more sounds. She can almost pronounce her name perfectly, so. And I loved the process that they took towards Alita, because they understood how she thinks better, and they were a lot more patient. I'd recommend it because it was a nice, smooth process. They take a couple hours a week, just enough for her to learn everything and come back next week refreshed.
We have definitely seen a lot with Alita. She's already a big personality, but even afterwards, she definitely has come out of her shell, definitely tried making friends. We love her and we love seeing the progress that she's made.